Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm so happy to have you here. I'll be sharing about scholarship opportunities, ways to move abroad, vlogs and so much more. So don't forget to click the subscribe button and let's have fun together. Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I would like to start by saying sorry because I know it's been a long time without releasing one of these videos, but yes, I'm here once again with one of my videos. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how you can go to Denmark either as an au pair or through volunteer work. I'll start with au pair. As I've already talked before about the au pair program, this is where you get to go in a foreign country and stay with the host family, help them with their children for a specified amount of time, and in exchange you get a place to stay, you get your language fees covered, and you get some money which is normally referred to as pocket money. This is the same case with Denmark. In Denmark you can as well go and move there as an au pair. The age requirement for this program is 18 to 30 years. Beyond 30 years, you do not qualify to take part in the au pair program. And the second prerequisite that you'll need to be an au pair in Denmark is the fact that you'll need to be able to either speak Danish, to either speak Germany, and also have good knowledge of English. This can depend on your host family. If your host family only speaks Danish, then it will be required that you have basic knowledge of this when you go for your visa appointment. If they can speak German, because German is one of the languages which is spoken in Denmark, then you'll need to show that you have basic knowledge of Germany as well, because it's very important that you can speak a language. In that way you'll be able to communicate with your host family. And then another requirement that we will need to be able to be an au pair in Denmark, of course, you'll need to find a host family. And once you find the host family, you'll need to sit down and have discussions about your work hours, about your holiday time, about how much money you'll be earning. And once this is written down, you'll need an au pair contract, and this is one of the requirements that you'll need that you'll be presenting at the embassy as you apply for your au pair visa. Au pairs in Denmark earn a minimum of $600 US. That's about 580-90 euros. That's a very good amount of money. And in addition to that, the family is required to pay for you a flight ticket from whichever country you are in to Denmark, and also to pay for your ticket back from Denmark back to your country when you are done with your au pair program. This is a very good advantage if in case you wanted a host family but couldn't afford to pay for your ticket. For example, in Germany the family doesn't pay for you that, but in Denmark you get this opportunity as the family pays for you this amount of money. Also, the working hours are regulated. You should not go above 40 hours a week. That's so much. You should still be in the working hours. One of the advantages of being an au pair in Denmark is the fact that you can extend your visa up to 2 years. In Germany you can't do au pair for more than 1 year, but in Denmark you can do your au pair up to 2 years. 2 years is the maximum. And since you're in Europe, when you're done with the au pair, you can decide to do the volunteer program, which is also available in Denmark, and I'll be talking about it later on in this video. But for the start, it is very crucial to know that you can do this up to 2 years, and that's a very good advantage, as there's so much more you can do in the 2 years. There is so much you can earn, and I think that that's really important and a very good thing to know. So when you want to apply for your au pair visa, most of the requirements, for example, if you are staying, how many days you're staying, if you need health insurance, most of the requirements will be provided to you by the host family, most of the documents being registered. But what you need, you as an individual, you need your passport, you need your language proof in in place. If it's Germany, you need to know that you can speak basic Germany, and of course that's A1 certificate. If it's Danish, you need to know that you can speak a little Danish, and you should be able to prove that, as that will be required from you at the embassy as you request for your visa to be able to work on your documents. So I think it's a very good opportunity, and maybe this is your chance to start looking for an host family in Denmark. You can also volunteer in Denmark. If you have watched my video before about volunteer work in Germany, it is almost the same case for volunteer work here in Denmark as well. So what do you need to be able to be a volunteer in Denmark? First of all, they are good news. You won't need any money for the visa fee, while visa processing fee is free of charge. And when it comes to the language, if you can speak English, that was a good advantage, as there are many organizations which want volunteers who can speak English. Meanwhile, you can also get a position if you can speak German or if you can speak Danish. So you have 3 languages to pick from for where you want to be able to volunteer. So to be able to do volunteer work, you need to go and search for organizations, volunteer organization, social organizations which deal with children, which deal with elderly, which deal with disabled, hospitals, nursing homes, and all these places be having free positions for volunteers. And once you have applied to one of these positions, you have put there your CV, your letter of motivation, why you want to do this, you'll get an interview. And if your interview goes on well, then you are given a position. You'll get a contract, and it is this contract that you'll use to be able to apply for your visa to be able to go to Denmark and work there as a volunteer. I think this is a very good opportunity, as you get to be able to come in the country, to be able to experience the different cultural exchanges, to learn the language, as also while you plan on what next after your volunteer year. After the volunteer year, you can be able to apply for an apprenticeship, to apply to search for a job, and you can be able to stay in Denmark for more and more time. So I think this is a very good opportunity, and if it's been your dream to move to Europe as a volunteer, this is something you should definitely absolutely consider to apply to go to Denmark as a volunteer. In the comment section, I'll leave the link. If you need to learn more or to read more about how the process works, about the requirements, for example, here there is an age limit. You can only do volunteer work between 18 and 30 years. So that limits a bit, but here is to be able to qualify, you have to be fitting in this range. And once you get an organization, some organizations offer accommodation and food, while others don't. So one of the requirements you may need to have at the embassy, you must show how you are going to survive in Denmark during this volunteer year. So if your organization is not offering you food and they are not offering you accommodation, and most of the times they offer you pocket money like how it is here in Germany, then you'll need to show that you have enough money on your account to support yourself. But if it's stated in your contract that your organization will give you pocket money, and it's stated it will give you accommodation and food, then you are good to go. You can be able to qualify to apply for a volunteer visa and be able to move to Denmark and pursue your goals here in Europe. So please, if you have any more questions about au pairing in Denmark or doing volunteer work in Denmark, please don't forget to leave them in the comment section, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really means a lot to me when you subscribe and you like one of my videos. So please have a blessed day, and for any questions I'll be responding to you in the comment section. Cheers, and schönen gute Tage jetzt.